Hey y'all. Yeah, well, the last video I put out, it was alright video, but I was kind of a Debbie Downer, and I don't like that. Plus, I put the title wrong. Instead of YouTube is pushing out small creators, I said Amazon. What? And I haven't figured out how to edit yet. So it's still in there like that. But they are pushing out small creators. You need to talk for at least 19 minutes. 20 minutes is okay too. And tell what's going on in your life. I'm financially strapped. I need to make money to pay my bills. As an older woman, I spent money that I shouldn't have. You know, trying to make my life easier. And all it did was make it harder. But I'm here to correct that. I'm going to talk for 19-20 minutes about what's going on in my life. I live alone, and that's fine. I live in a small trailer. When it was new 5 years ago, it had a fireplace, it had a washer and a dryer. Well, the fireplace has quit, the washer and the dryer still works, but the washer doesn't. And I've tried to get it fixed, and I can't get it fixed. And it's in such a cramped little area that they can't get it out, you know. So anyway, I'm hoping that I can get this YouTube up and going so I can get me another trailer or move somewhere else. I live on the coast, the Gulf Coast, and I do manage a small trailer park. I don't get any money, I just get free rent, and it's hard for me to get around. I do have a nice car. Thankfully for that. I did have to replace my other car because the high waters drowned my other car from the hurricane. It is cold right now. I mean, it's really cold, but I'm nice and warm. I've got a couple of space heaters that keep me warm, and so that's, you know, my kitty sleeps on me at night, that she keeps me warm. I had to take a short break, but I'm back now, and just want to tell you there are so many people down in my area that really could profit from doing the YouTube, and they have not done it. In fact, I have a lot of them that do Instagram and what's the other one? Anyway, and they don't do it for money. They just post these things all the time, and I don't know what to tell them about those. I do watch a lot of YouTube. As I said in my first video, that's how I found my doctor who changed my life. Well, he's not my doctor, but I watch his YouTubes about how to stay healthy. And so as a result, I don't take medication anymore. They had me on diabetes medication 3 years ago, and I said, no, I don't want to do that. So I found Dr. Ken Berry and watched his YouTube video about diabetes, and within 2 months, I no longer was diabetic. And I don't intend to ever go back to being diabetic. So if anybody wants to find out how to take care of that problem or any other medical problem, you know, you can go on YouTube and ask him. And he's got over 600 YouTube videos about different problems that people have with health. And also there are other doctors like Dr. Chafee and Dr. Baker, and just tons of doctors, real doctors that are trying to help people get over heart problems and just, all kind of problems. So, hey, get on YouTube and find these people and find these answers, because I don't have the answers, but they have the answers. And what a blessing it has been to have YouTube doctors or doctors on YouTube that can answer your questions. I have a son-in-law who's got, what is it, where your feet hurt and swell and everything. Anyway, I tried to tell him he was eating wrong, and that's our whole problem, is eating. Come on, people. The food that people buy in the grocery store in boxes and packages have been manufactured excuse me, to make them want to continue eating and eating and eating, and they're never satisfied. I personally don't eat any packaged, what they call food. I don't believe it's really food, because it's all chemicals pretty much. And I don't eat vegetables, and I don't eat fruit. Occasionally I have onion in my meat that I eat. I eat mostly meat. I eat bacon, lots of butter. When butter's on sale, I, fill my freezer up with it. And I think it's funny, the other day someone said, a friend of mine said, so-and-so even puts butter in the freezer. I said, well, that's the way I keep my butter, is in the freezer, because I have to have about a stick a day of butter. So, and lots of salt. And your doctors will tell you not to eat fat and not to eat salt. And those two things are just, to me, it's crazy for them to say that. I remember when I was growing up, my grandmother would churn her own butter. And it wasn't until the 1960s that my mother quit eating butter, started eating, margarine, because the media and everybody kept saying that butter was bad for you. It causes your arteries to close. And that couldn't be further from the truth, people. So, to me, YouTube is a miracle, because you can find out all kind of great information on there. I'm sure you can find out some information that's not so great, but mercy, you can find out how to change your tire. You can find out how to reset your clock in your car, which I had to do a couple of cars ago. I only get used cars. When I first moved down here to the beach, I had a brand new Ford Sport Track. I loved that car. But unfortunately, it got in an accident, and I had to replace it. And I still would like another truck, because even though I'm over 80 years old, I like to have a truck so I can haul things around. That's just the way it is. I never had a truck until I got some money from an uncle who passed away. I had the money to buy a truck, and I just said, okay, I'm going to buy me a truck. I've never really had to work hard. I've always had jobs where I sat on the telephone and helped people. And one of my first jobs after I got on my own was working for AT&T Wireless. And I loved helping people. The supervisors didn't particularly like me because I was on the phone too long, but I was there to help the customers. they needed help taking care of their bills or whatever, and I loved doing that. It was just my way of helping people. I grew up in the country, and I always wanted to be a nurse, but my dad said, no daughter of mine will ever be a nurse. Well, you can't go against what your parents tell you, and he didn't want me to become a nurse, so I went to school to become a secretary, and back then you had to take all kind of things, it's not like it is now. And so anyway, I got married, had 4 children, and they're kind of scattered, and I don't see them often. But I have some wonderful friends down here where I live who call and check on me daily, and are here for me if I need anything. How wonderful is that? It's precious. It really is. And they're precious. So, and I have a friend that lives down here that is also on the carnivore diet, or the proper human diet that Dr. Ken Berry, he termed that the proper human diet, because our ancestors from back in caveman days, they didn't have vegetables. They didn't have any way for things to be shipped into them and all of that. They ate mostly beef and fat, or not beef, but a ruminant animal, like the all of your animals like deer and elk and buffalo. They all have 4-chambered stomachs, because that's, that they process the food through the chambers in their stomachs, or their 4-chambered stomach, and it comes out perfect for you to eat with no toxins and nothing that you don't want in your body. Your food is your medicine. You don't need medicine. And the other day I did try a piece of banana cake, and unfortunately I should not have done that. And what happened is, when I did that, is my face broke out, and I had a little bout of diarrhea. And I don't have that when I stick to the pure meat and fat. I did, occasionally I'll eat chicken wings that I fix myself. I cook I'd say 99.9% of my food I cook myself. And I cook a lot of hamburger meat, which is perfect because it has most of the hamburger meat that I get has a lot of fat in it. So I'm just so excited about this YouTube situation. I filter all my water through a filter, which I don't have any fluoride in my water that I drink. And I also don't have fluoride in my toothpaste. I'm just a little happy camper that is having a little bit of a hard time getting around. I'm wobbly a little bit. But I want to get this going so that I can get me an, I don't know what I'm going to get. I want to get a different trailer, one that has more room in the kitchen. Because I do my own cooking, I need more room in my kitchen. I really do. And I don't want to have to pay for somebody to do my laundry for me, which I do because my washer doesn't work. And if I have my druthers, I'm going to have a dishwasher in my trailer. Oh my goodness, if I hate anything, I hate washing dishes. But thank goodness YouTube has decided to give us little guys a chance to make some money. So I just thank God for YouTube. And well, they're a blessing. And it's a blessing for me to have this chance. And all I needed was my iPhone. That's all I need to make these videos. If I could walk outside and not fall down, which I haven't fallen down, but I don't want to, but I'm wobbly when I walk. And if I didn't have that problem, I would be outside walking and doing my YouTube. As soon as this cold weather lets up, I might go down to the beach and try doing a little walking. Sit in my car for a while and talk to y'all, and then get out on the beach. I used to be on the beach all the time doing shark. I love to look for shark's teeth, and so that's what I down there talking to people and meeting people. Of course, with this cold weather, it's just so cold right now, nobody can do any of that, pretty much. But so I watch a lot of YouTubes, and I love watching the people that are excited about what YouTube is doing now. They're pushing out small creators like Dante London and Dodash. I mean, these two people are so encouraging and so excited, and they excite me. I get really excited. So I'm just hoping that this will help me to get my bills paid. I've got a lot of bills that I need to pay, and I want to get my bills paid and then keep making enough money to give me that little bit of extra that I need to get through every month. I don't want to have to go into debt anymore. Anyway, thank you, Lord, for giving me this opportunity and for being able to make videos and for YouTube. Okay? Y'all have a blessed year. 2025 is going to be a wonderful year for me, and I'm praying that it's going to be good for everybody else. I took a little short break there. I forgot I didn't tell you about my chickens. I do have 4 hens. And if anybody's thinking about getting chickens, I just love them. They're so sweet. But if you get them for eggs, trust me, your eggs will cost you a fortune, because you have to feed them. You have to take care of them. You can't just let them be out there in the wild, especially if you live in a small trailer and you can't keep them inside. Although the first couple of chickens that I had, I kept in a dog pen in the back of my van, and that turned out to be a bad thing, because the last one that I had got in a neighbor's car, and we didn't know it, and it died because it was in the car. So these were not trained to go in the car. But anyway, God bless all of you. And if you can, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I hope I get this posted the right way, okay?